NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And joining us a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. We're live in Houston where the Rockets have home court advantage. Tip-off goes to Houston. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. CP3 at point with Redick there in the backcourt. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Barnes in the three.
Well, Dwight Howard, in his words, back to having fun playing basketball last season in Houston. A younger group, more compatible to his fun-loving personality, and certainly with Harden and others, they've got a depth of talent that is very impressive. Probably the best core around him of his entire career.
The shot by Redick, no good. Harden kicks to Terry. Ariza outside. Here's the three. Rebound by the Clippers. Griffin passes to Jordan. Redick dishes to Paul. Barnes kicks to Jordan. Howard with the steal. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And it's Terry again missing.
Well, with only one attempt so far falling, this is not looking good. 1 for 4 so far.
And the wide open shot from Paul gets the three-pointer to fall.
Poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at that three-point shot.
Ariza with the bucket.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Now here's Paul. Griffin a screen on Ariza. Paul with the ball. Jones covering. Paul passes to Redick. Back to Paul. 6 to shoot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, it's interesting. Chris Paul possessing great quickness, and yet his natural inclination is not to push the pace. He tends to prefer to operate in the half court, running the pick and roll.
We talk about Paul's preference to play in the half court. Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan Clark tend to flourish in the open floor.
And to me, Kevin, it's really about finding that balance, the right balance. But a good sign for the Clippers has been Blake's development as a half-court offensive weapon. He's shooting it better facing the basket. He's shooting it better with his back to the basket. And he's making his free throws at a higher rate. So that lends itself to being a little more effective in the half-court.
Good observation. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. Good work defensively by Terry. Here's Harden. And it's blocked by Jordan. Harden outside. Harden draws the double. And here are the Rockets now. Just 4 to shoot. They get it back. Knocked away. Griffin with the steal. Got a piece of it. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Harden outside. Right through the D for the layup. Harden's got his second basket of the game.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
And they double up Paul. And the basket good.
You know, that's how you do it, guys. I mean, he passed his way out of the double team and into an easy basket.
In low to Howard. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, Dwight Howard, I think still the best center in the league, but I think his back injury back in 2012 has robbed him of some of his explosiveness. But despite that, he remains one of the most athletic centers the league has ever seen.
He doesn't get the second one.
As for Howard, you know, as he loses some of his bounce with age, which is inevitable, the question will be, can he take a step forward skill-wise to compensate? I mean, he wants to be a go-to guy in the post, but there's still a little bit of work he has to do to become that.
The jump hook. Nice touch on the bank shot. Howard's got 6. Pull, no one around him. Off target with his 3. And Howard has taken his share of criticism, too, from the old-timers for Steve not punishing teams in the post.
But remember, in the old days, it was easier to isolate in the post. Nowadays, with defenses allowed to overload and zone up, help is always there. So I think for Dwight, he's got to focus on defense and rebounding and let the offense come when it's there.
Terrence Jones has checked in for Houston. And he gets it to go. Terry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Terrence Jones.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
And he gets it to go.
For 3.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
Leaves the dishes to Howard. Harden outside. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. And it's 6 points for James Harden.
Everything going according to
That's for sure. The offense is really in a good groove.
Now here's Paul. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
How about the first quarter for him at the offensive end? He's really had the touch going.
To the paint. Here's Jones. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
To me, that's the key to any game. Who can win the battle in the paint? And right now, they've got it going.
Now here's Griffin. That savvy little up fake there. Fooling the D.
Well, he recognized the advantage size-wise, and he went right at the defender. That's how you do it.
Harden kicks to Howard. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Ione passes to Smith. Shot is no good. Jordan with some nice D.
Tell you what, if there's success on the boards in this first quarter is any indication, it's going to be a good day.
And rebounds usually are a good indicator.
Boy, he's really been rolling now from three-point range. What an opening quarter for him.
And the basket by Brewer.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
Now here's Paul. He's got 10. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, you know, Chris Paul has such an intelligence for the game. High IQ, and he's extremely competitive. He looks for every advantage he can get, whether it's a 2-for-1s or looking to sell a call to the officials. He always appears to be driven to find that edge.
And the Clippers making a change here. Davis has checked in. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Rockets.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists. DeAndre Jordan alongside Blake Griffin, maybe the best game dunker in the league. He has the ability to make spectacular plays every time he gets near the rim.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. So for the Clippers, Turkoglu comes in for Matt Barnes. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. The Rockets using their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Well, this is an area of concern for this club. They only shot 71% from the line last year.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Jordan. Griffin comes in for Davis. And it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. And for DeAndre Jordan Clark, between his length and his leaping ability, you almost feel like he should be playing in an 11-foot, 12-foot rim.
I tell you, when I've watched him play, there are times when it seems as though he's overwhelming that 10-foot mask. And it really does look that way at times.
Griffin attacking. And good on the basket. Book it.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Here's Brewer. Can't get it to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And here we go. Fast play. Crawford's got it.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Pass to Prigioni. He dishes it to Dorsey. Tries again. Here's Smith. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Boy, they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Here's Griffin. Pause. Dishes to Griffin. Oh, that's blocked. Smith inside. Defended by Turkoglu. Smith gets it to go on the assist by Prigioni.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Here's Crawford. Here's Griffin. Smith with the block.
He has not been on his game, and, you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation. He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but, you know, the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
And he gets it to go.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
So both teams making some changes here. And Hawes kicks to Crawford. Buries the long-range jumper.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
It's stolen by Davis. Over to the left wing. Turkoglu passes to Rivers. Crawford, no one around him. Again, Los Angeles. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
There's a screen to the middle. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Rivers. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And here's Harden for 3. That's good. Harden's got 9. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth the whole way thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already, and as Rasheed Wallace once said, both teams playing hard, my man.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
15 seconds on the shot.
Super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that That was a little emphasis on that finish.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not?
And here's Crawford. He has 7. Deflects the pass. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. The Rockets on top, up 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, Steve, Clark, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, this team played an excellent first quarter offensively, moving the ball and getting a good flow to their offense. That's why you see those big assist totals.
Yeah, very timely passing for them, Steve, and that's fun to watch.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Austin Rivers is out there with Crawford. Then there's Glenn Davis. Then it's Turkoglu. And it's Hawes in at the 5 spot. Here's Prigioni. On the wing, Johnson. He feeds it to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
The Clippers started out as a good team last year, but they never seemed to be content with what they had. They added vet after vet as the season progressed and really made some nice additions.
Griffin's checked in for Davis. Now here's Crawford. Josh Smith unable to get his shot to go. Turkoglu kicks to Rivers. Here's Griffin. Makes it off the glass. Griffin's got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
Yeah, we're still in the first half. I mean, the way this thing is going, this could turn into a wild one.
Now, here is Smith. The 10-footer. And off the glass. That one's good. Smith's got 6. And Griffin, here we go. No luck.
You know, they haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up for them. They may be able to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball.
There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching them go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Crawford dishes to Turkoglu. He's looking for Griffin, finds him. Brewer with the rebound.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Smith outside. The 18-footer is right on the mark. And it's a 5-point Rocket lead.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Houston making some changes. Knocked loose. Crawford, no one around him. And a miss there on the triple.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Gentlemen, it's interesting that Jamal Crawford has always embraced his 6th man role. He said, quote, "Nobody wants to come off the bench, but if you're really about winning and sacrifice, then you have to do it. When you bring one of your top scorers off the bench, it gives your team balance. I like that when I check in the game, the other players start getting nervous. And there's no doubting they do, guys."
He can get his shot anytime. Thank you, Doris. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Griffin. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one is on a reason.
You know, it's interesting to look at the relationship between Blake Griffin and Chris Paul. Blake, the unquestioned top dog until CP3 arrived 3 seasons ago, and Paul, of course, such a vocal leader. I think it's taken them some time to find the balance in that dynamic.
Los Angeles making a switch here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Hawes. Barnes comes in for Hedo Turkoglu. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Paul in for Austin Rivers. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. The shot no good. Houston leading by 7. It's tipped and stolen by Barnes. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed. All of the above.
Davis is checked in for Los Angeles. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
And Griffin, not quite as outspoken, doesn't get into teammates like Chris Paul does, but he is becoming more of a vocal leader, and that's a process, guys. It doesn't happen right away. He may focus more on encouragement rather than giving marching orders like CP3, but he is embracing that leadership role, which is a good sign.
That's good. Clippers trailed by 5. Jordan with the screen on Ariza. And the wide-open shot from Paul. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, after knocking down 3 3-pointers last quarter, he's starting to lose the range a little bit.
Here's Howard. And Davis sends it back. Paul kicks to Redick. Kicks it out to Paul. A 3-ball. And Glenn Davis is going to pick up that foul. That's his first foul. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. So it's the Rockets now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Terry the pass to Harden. Terry kicks to Harden. Kicks it out to Ariza. Takes a 3. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got 3 assists in the game. That's a 2 from Paul. Paul can't get that one to fall.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter. He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
And they double up Paul. Jordan dishes to Davis. Paul for 3. It's Davis with the drive. And stolen by Howard. And here's Harden for 3. And another 3 for Houston.
Well, as long as the threes keep dropping for him, he'll continue firing away.
And they are dropping for him. What a game he's having from deep.
A 3 from Barnes. Ariza with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the score. Oh, my goodness. What a huge play. Well, as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
I think it really could get out of hand, and you can credit their defense just as much as their offense for that. Now he's starting to pick up from what he accomplished in the first quarter, where he made 3 of his 3-point attempts.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Davis with a screen on Ariza. Was shot by Paul, no good.
Not much of a pick there. Unless you're going to get a body on somebody, you're really not going to free anybody up for a shot.
Terrence Jones was part of the 2012 championship team at Kentucky with Anthony Davis. In year 2 with the Rockets, stepping into the starting role at power forward.
And Jones able to play on the perimeter a bit to create space for Dwight Howard inside. A former point guard in his younger days. He's a good ball handler, but his passing and shooting still a work in progress.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Joey Dorsey's checked in for Howard. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. Johnson, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Jason Terry. Jones, the pass to Dorsey. Good! Brewer's got his second bucket of the game to go. And Terrence Jones listed at 6'9" with a 7'2" arm span. Those numbers tell you he plays bigger.
He really does. He's strong on both backboards. He brings some shot blocking presence, and he's still really young and starting to put it all together. But I love his potential. I like the progress he's shown to this point.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
Griffin can't get it to go in.
But an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Clippers trail by 17. Nobody near Barnes. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. Down low. Here's Jones. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Johnson kicks to Prigioni. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Brewer pushes to Jones. From 10 feet out. Good. Jones has got 7 points. Clippers trail by 16. And it's Paul penetrating. Dishes it to Redick. The pass to Paul. And another 3 for the Clippers.
He's having a tough go of it in this quarter. I mean, just 2 for 10 right now.
On the wing, Jones. Back to Johnson. He only passes to Brewer. There's the feed to Jones. Rebound by the Clippers.
Well, it seems like they're getting a little fat and sassy here, complacent in the second quarter.
Fat and sassy. Come on, Clark. I mean, we're seeing their free throw attempts diminish, but I don't know about calling them fat and sassy. That seems kind of harsh.
A nice shot by Griffin.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Rockets lead by 11. On the wing, Johnson. And Dorsey kicks to Prigioni. A three-pointer off the mark. This gives them the opportunity to get within 10. Redick for 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Redick's got 6.
That's like a layup for him. It's just wide open out there.
An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Clippers with the ball. Following the score by Houston. Paul with the 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys, and the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
Here's Prigioni. He's got 5. Here's Dorsey. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw that. Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Bud, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs, or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard, but this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Brewer. Harden comes in for Johnson. And it's Terry in for Pablo Trujillo. And that one's good. Barnes. Rockets leading by 6.
And if they're smart, they will hold for the last shot.
That's got to be the objective here, Steve.
Kicks to Dorsey. Here's Harden. Cans the shot from the wing. Harden's got 10 points in the quarter.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. He's got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Paul with the 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first half. Rockets. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Paul's been great. He has 23 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is raining down the threes, guys. You know how much I love to see this.
Clippers trail by 8. Corey Brewer is out there with Smith. Then it's Pablo Prigioni. Then it's Joey Dorsey. And it's Johnson in the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
That's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach Doc Rivers certainly hasn't minced words since joining the Clippers. He's held each player accountable and defined roles. He told DeAndre Jordan he wouldn't run any plays for him, that he just wanted him to focus on defense. Jordan said, Doc knows how to reach people. There are egos on every team, and he knows how to control all of that. It's honesty. Refreshing, gentlemen.
Champion with the Celtics. He's one of the best coaches in the league. Thanks, Doris. Clippers trail by 7. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. Into Jordan. Passes it to Redick. Griffin goes.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game. Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
J.J. Redick, acquired by the Clippers going into last season. A great fit, but injuries really held him back. First, surgery to repair ligaments in his wrist, then a bulged disc in his lower back. Ended up playing just 35 games in the regular season.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
And Redick, were it not for the injuries, is on pace, Clark, for the best season of his.
Unbelievable.
How did he do that?
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
It's Harden with the drive. Can't connect from short range.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Picked by Griffin. Paul for three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
And now Redick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
I give them a lot of credit. They didn't quit when they were behind. They've really battled back here.
This has been a very impressive rally. The question is, can they keep the pedal to the metal, or will they run out of gas?
Paul kicks to Barnes. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And he wasn't really a flashy passer like a lot of the great playmakers you think of, but just always in control. Kind of an old school game, but one that was tremendously successful over the course of his almost 2 decades with the Utah Jazz. James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
Jordan with a screen on Ariza. And it's Paul penetrating.
Well, this last season was the Clippers' 30th in Los Angeles. And for a team that's long played in the Lakers' shadow, for the 2nd season in a row, the Clippers were the best team in L.A.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And for the Clippers, in their 30 years in L.A., folks, only, man, it's been domination by the Lakers out there in L.A. land. So Clipper fans are hoping that this is a sign of things to come going forward for their team.
And Jones slams it home.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
Right side Davis. Shot clock at 5. Barnes dishes the ball. Lots of room. Again, Los Angeles. And guys, for the Clippers, acquiring coach Doc Rivers from the Celtics in exchange for a draft pick. In Boston, he'd been the 2nd longest tenured coach in the league after Greg Popovich.
You know, but rather than rebuild, I think he wanted to go for another ring in L.A. He's got a lot of authority, final say on personnel decisions. So Doc has really put his stamp on this team.
Howard. No luck. Great D that time from Jordan. And it's Paul penetrating. Made it on the run, too. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Glenn Davis suffered that broken bone to his foot towards the end of the 2013 season, and that motivated him to slim down. He got down to the lightest weight he'd been since 8th grade, believe it or not, and still one of the strongest players in the league.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for Terrence Jones. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. It's Harden with the drive. On the mark with the 15-footer. Harden's got 29.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Pass to Terry. Here's Ariza. Second shot opportunity. The Clippers in the lead. Into Jordan. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 7 points for Jordan. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
So we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, really sending shots back.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. And they've been turning those turnovers into points. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Mulligan to Reza. Another one falls for the Clippers.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. And just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Harden kicks to Smith. It's Terry outside. Kicks it out to Ariza. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Harden draws the double. The three. Ariza no luck. Clippers leading by 4. Here's Redick. Lets it go. Off the left rim and out. Ariza outside. Drills the three-pointer. Ariza's got 10. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Redick, a good look. It's rebounded by Houston. Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Harden with it. Guarded now by Barnes. And the jam by Harden. And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
These two teams, guys, look so evenly matched to me. I think this could go right down to the wire. Very poor shot selection there, guys.
He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started, and a better job finishing it off.
The dish to Redick. A 3 from Barnes. Josh Smith pulls it in. Smith's got his 6th rebound on the night. Ariza goes in. That's good. And now a 5-point Rocket lead.
I'll tell you what, the first half may have been a little slow, but both clubs really picking up the intensity here in the second.
I'll say that's for sure. I mean, things have really ramped up here.
Seems like he's got every single rebound today.
Glass eating at its finest. I mean, you're not going to see a guy with 20-plus boards too often. That's an impressive number.
Paul passes to Jordan. Here's Davis to halt the run. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Chris Paul.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Reza dishes to Howard. And he uses the glass on the way. Howard's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor. I mean, their offense in the paint has not been up to par.
It's Harden with the drive. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Joey Dorsey's checked in for Howard. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. Johnson is checked in for James Harden. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Jason Terry.
Now you're talking about a power surge. That's how you power that thing down.
He went hard to the hoop, Clark, and didn't disappoint when he got there.
No, there's no need to be passive. I mean, you've got to attack.
They set the pick. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Prigioni's got 7 points in the game.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
Griffin kicks to Rivers. Takes the 13-footer. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Griffin.
He is remarkably hot this quarter. He has yet to miss a shot.
Smith the pass to Dorsey. Griffin with the steal. Crawford outside. He dishes it to Griffin. It's stolen by Johnson. Smith with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Dorsey down low. He's against Hawes. Was shot by Dorsey, no good. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's Brewer for the 3. The second chance effort. Johnson for 3. Offensive rebound. And Dorsey kicks to Johnson. Here's Smith. Missed it, even after all those chances. Griffin goes in. There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That's his 3rd foul of the game. 55 seconds left in the 3rd. There's the screen. Here's Crawford to tie, and he drops that one in. Crawford's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, Jamal Crawford has proven that no matter what role he plays, just call him buckets. He can flat out put the ball in the basket. You got to give him a lot of credit, though. He does change his game quite a bit depending on if he's coming off the bench or starting. I think that speaks to his IQ.
Clock at 6. He only dishes to Smith. Off on the layup.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick. Just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. The guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Goes back up. And he sinks the layup. Smith's got 18 points in the game.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Got a piece of it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
17 seconds on the shot clock. 17.
And at the close of the 3rd quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up. Here's Prigioni. So for the Clippers right now, Griffin at the 4 with Hawes at the 5. Crawford out there with Austin Rivers. And it's Turkoglu in the 3 spot. And he gets it to go.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Rivers kicks to Crawford. And finished off by Griffin.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. And some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
The Clippers trail. Brewer with the steal. Feeds to Smith. Brewer with the ball. Turkoglu picks him up. That's good. Prigioni's got 5 points in the quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities and scoring some easy baskets.
That drops. 24 points for Blake Griffin.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
And Prigioni kicks to Brewer. Rejected by Hawes. Pass to Brewer for 3. Turkoglu grabs the board.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, They could stretch this lead out.
There's the bucket. Good.
The assist.
26 points for Blake Griffin.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Smith with a screen on Rivers. Brewer passes to Smith. 5 on the clock. He kicks to Brewer. Houston needs to get a shot off. Griffin with the steal. There's the lob to the hoop. It's tipped. Rivers dishes to Crawford. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. The pass to Papanicolo. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that here in a tight game.
Davis is checked in for Blake Griffin. Dishes it to Hawes. And he jams it with authority. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark and Steve. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Boy, after all this energy that both teams have expended, you're right, Clark. This would be a tough one to lose.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
It's taken away by Brewer. Looking to end the drought. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on.
Up high and down hard. That's right.
That's right. You use it, brother.
The spinorama, kind of like he's in the washing machine. Do you know what kind of athlete you have to be to pull off that 360?
Remarkable. Truly remarkable.
Let's call it the agitator.
Yeah, I like the nickname, Clark. You may be onto something with that one.
Turkoglu with it. Now Smith defending. And Hawes kicks to Crawford. They set the screen. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession for the Rockets.
Substitution on the court.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Ariza passes to Terry. He dishes it to Harden. Offensive rebound.
It's been a tale of two halves. Our guys, he was on fire from long range in the first half, but not so much here in the second.
It's Crawford on the wing. The 19-foot shot. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Fires from the line. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Ariza. And it's 37 points for James Harden.
That's a big basket there. You can expect him to be very involved and aggressive the rest of the way.
Ariza against Crawford. No good. Good work defensively by Jones. The wide open look here for Terry. Bangs home the trifecta. Now it's a 4-point Rocket lead.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one.
Now a timeout called by Houston. The short rest very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push.
And refocus, Kevin. You got to take care of your body, and I think we ought to drink some Gatorade here too. I thought I noticed some slip-ups here the last couple minutes from your end on the play-by-play.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, guys, Kevin McHale had some advice for the team in that last break. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
You know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, James Harden is a pure scorer, but for him to get this Rockets team where they hope to go, I think he has to lead in more ways than just offensively. Really needs to set the example with his defense, his effort, and his unselfishness as well.
And the Rockets making a change here. Smith is checked in. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Now, a severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
Jones drives in. Howard wide open. And it's Houston with another.
And Harden is a great passer. But last season, at times, it seemed like he settled into being a ball stopper. So talented, so gifted offensively. He's an excellent offensive player when he's isolated. But this team has so much offensive talent. I think they're best served to keep that ball hopping. And that goes for any team, but clearly a team that has the weapons that Houston does.
Clippers trail by 8. Paul for 3. Here's Jordan. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yes,
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
Here's Ariza. Launches a 3. It's tipped. Jones dishes to Howard. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And you think of the superstar two guards who have won titles over the years, whether it's Kobe Bryant in Los Angeles or Dwayne Wade in Miami, Steve, they've all gotten after it defensively.
Yeah, and I think that's where Harden has to take the next step, in my opinion. When he's locked in, he's great. You know, he's got the long wingspan, he's got the strength. It's just about having that focus and that energy, that intensity that you need at the defensive end.
In low to Howard. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And that's 20 points for Dwight Howard.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Redick with the 3.
Well, remember, he made 2 3-pointers in the first half, but has not been able to get anything to fall here in the second.
Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
19 seconds.
So it's the Rockets now. And Howard with the stuff.
Impressive play there, and they have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points and roots of this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
Ariza kicks to Howard. Low block shot on the way. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Barnes has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Redick passes to Paul. From deep. But they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Count that one.
He has not lost his focus today. Even when things haven't gone his team's way, he's still bringing it. You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assist. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
Matt Barnes, really a good glue guy. He rebounds, defends. He's gotten better with his outside shot, and he can really run the lane. And he's always had a toughness and a fearlessness that I think a lot of coaches love.
Jordan kicks to Redick. From deep three-point range. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Yeah, that's his first 3 and a half. There may be more in store.
On the wing, Harden. Covered by Barnes. Smith. No luck. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Barnes dishes to Griffin. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Griffin just having a terrific game. He's got 26 points and also 3 nice steals. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
Yeah, it's really been something, Clark. The energy that he's brought. He's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and first guy back defensively as well.
Houston leading by 9. It's deflected. Back to Ariza. He feeds it to Howard. The jump hook. Almost, but it rolls out. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 51%. Really solid. And again, no good by the Clippers. Houston's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Nobody near Barnes. Traps in the tray. Now here's Ariza. And Harden now, top of the key. And some nice passing there by Houston. And that one's good. 26 points for Dwight Howard.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
That's a 2 from Paul. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there. Rockets lead by 8. Ariza passes to Howard. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul. 14 foul.
Poked loose. And stolen by Jordan.
Guys, that's his 4th giveaway. He really needs to be more efficient with the ball in his hands.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
It's Howard with the drive. That misses off the backboard.
Great look. Disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
Redick with the 3. Rockets with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. Harden has a wide open look. Jones kicks to Howard. Another shot. And it's good. And the Rockets lead by 10.
You got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys. Defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they wanted.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fades. Ariza outside.
Defensive foul. Chris Paul. That's his 4th personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
At the line for your Rockets. Trevor.
And so he drops them both. It's a 9-point ball game here.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Paul for 3. Off on that one. So we see the Rockets get the win here. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really